Hello everybody and welcome. This is Raven8472 on my gaming streaming channel. I have officially moved over from Twitch, and today we're going to talk about a very interesting thing coming out here that I've seen in the Dragonflight pre-patch. That is, if you'll notice, that there is a completely new user interface. There's not one add-on on my screen. This is entirely out of the box, except I have moved my target and my personal frame higher, but I do want to change this a little bit. So let me see here. What if I want to edit this too at some point, but I can do that later. So we're going to go ahead into edit mode. Now, by going into edit mode, we have opened up the entirety of this menu. There is, of course, a walkthrough feature up here. I don't know how to get rid of it. Okay. So, you can affect a few things. First thing will be your different layouts. So you can put the classic one, which will put most of these frames back where they originally would have been in the old school World of Warcraft, but it will not actually give you back the old UI. Modern will be the one that comes out of the box like this. So I moved these and the cast bar up where I can see them better, since I am a demon hunter. But I am going to change this a little bit. That's why we're going to make this video, so you can learn to change it with me. So, first thing we can do here is if you click these check boxes, it will actually turn on and off what you can see on your screen. So, party frames will of course be there. You can, I believe, change these. You can use the raid style, and you can change the width, the height. You can do all of that, but I'm not going to use the raid style. But you can go ahead and make these bigger if you really care to see your people. You can revert without having to do anything. You can even show a background so that the frame will be more easily visible. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. I don't imagine why I wouldn't like it. Now you can just open up raid frames, and we can go ahead and turn off party frames since we know exactly where the party frames will be. I will, of course, want to open that up a little more. Are raids only 10 man now? I have no idea. But if you left click on them, then you can go ahead and, we can choose the different raid size. So 40 man would be like that. In that case, I might want to actually separate groups horizontally. There we go. That's better for me. Okay. Then I'll go to my 25 man. I'm fine with it like that. And I'll go to 10 man. I am fine with it like that, I guess. I might prefer it to be down the other way, but it seems that you get the same selection on it. So I'm fine with that. We can put up party and raid because I'm not going to be touching them now, but I'd like to see if anything else is going to affect them. Now, we don't have stances being a demon hunter. So I am perfectly content to leave that where it is for now, but if you wanted to change where your stance bar was, you could bring it up here. And you can turn off snapping. So right now, I can move this wherever I want. Snapping is when you move something and it tries to line itself up as nicely as possible. So let me hit snap. There, see, it just snapped into the middle of those. So it was trying to find the center. See, there, it found the center. So it got itself done up a little better than that. My mouse is not agreeing with me today. So again, I don't need the stance bar. Matter of fact, I will even just revert all change. Whoa. Oh, I guess it was just for that one. Good. Okay. Raid. No, I think it just did all my no, did it not? I don't know. Raid, select groups horizontal. Yeah, it did. It reverted my changes. Frame sizes, I'll take them up a little bit. We'll show background. So revert all changes is down here. And then if you want to revert changes on what you did, you have to go into the menu for what you did. Alright, next thing you have your pet bar. I do not have a pet, but I guess occasionally something shows as a pet. I'm going to put that under my cast bar, because that is where I would like that to be. My BuffFrame, which seems pretty fine where it is. I don't see why I wouldn't like it there. Now my debuffs, again, they're completely separated from my buffs. I am fine with them there. I have no boss frames. Here's something I might want to move down here over my loot and trade, because to be darned honest, I don't need to stare at my loot and trade if we're actually fighting bosses. So use larger frames. Okay. Maybe I can put this here. I mean, I'm not sure how annoying I'm going to find that. We could go over the map. We could go over the quest. We could go in the middle. Or we could even go up here in the old, where things would have been targeted. I'm fine with that there. So that's where I'm going to go with that. Again, you can change the sizes. Whee! So we're just going to use the larger frame. That's good enough for me. All right. So we'll turn on the HUD tooltip. I don't even know what that is. We'll leave that there then. Encounter bar. I'm fine where that is. I'll be able to see it on my Demon Hunter. Extra abilities. Well, let's see here. It's just this one frame, huh? Let's bring it down to there. That's like where stuff shows up when you take control of something. What is this supposed to be? Possess bar? I'm fine with that where it is. The talking heads. Again, I'm fine with that where it is. Take over the middle of the screen. I'll be able to see it. The vehicle button, I'm fine with that. Arena frames. I don't really do arenas, so I don't know how I would want to do that differently. You probably want to be able to see your buffs and your debuffs, huh? Buff, debuff. So you probably won't want to block that. Might as well put it here over the boss frames like I did. The possess bar, talking head, vehicle exit button. All right. So that's about everything there, I think. So you can make the grid bigger. You can make the grid smaller. The smaller you make it, the easier it will be to snap. The bigger you make it, the easier it is to count the bubbles or the bars of the grid. Yeah, so we're going to save these. Now, I do believe, I don't know how to find it, edit mode. Right here, you see where it says import. So, import, you can copy paste. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make it for an export. So, I'm going to share. I'm copying to clipboard. Now, here's what would happen. I'm going to leave my UI in my description on my video. But what I can do now is I can go to import here. I can Control V to paste. New layout name, Infilnara shared. I'm going to bring it in as a character specific layout just because I don't want to have this show up in my menu for all my characters. I'm going to import it. And now I have Infilnara shared. Look at that. So you can completely change the size of everything. There's some other things too I'm forgetting about real quick. These griffins here, how do we deal with them? Alright, so I did figure out how to turn off this action bar art finally. It's actually called action bar art. So to turn off the wyverns or the griffins, you just go into hide bar art. The scrolling on the side can also be turned off, where you would just scroll to your other action bar there. I see no reason to hide that. So I'm going to go ahead and save. Oh, I want all this stuff off. Got it. Save. Let's just call it that. There we go. Look at that. There are no more wyverns. So if you want to turn off your wyverns or your griffins, I can't imagine that it's something you'd terribly want to do. But if you do want to do it, I figured it out. There you go. That's horizontal. You can do the number of rows. This is interesting too. So you can increase the number of rows of your different action bars and attack bars, and your, yeah, you can change everything. It's awesome. I'm really happy we got this. We can even change the icon sizes if you You know, I'm not against that. I'm really not. Okay. Now, so that would go somewhere about there. This one would... Whoa, what did I do? What did I do? Action bar 2, action bar... Oh. Action bar 1. Seems like to move things around a lot. Okay, there. Now we got a bigger bar down here. We did that there. All right, save. I like having that bigger. This is totally awesome. I'm happy about this. Bar visibility, always visible. So, as a further wrap up, I have done some more alterations that I thought you guys would like to see. If you plan on downloading my UI, I have gone ahead and made the portraits of mine and my targets a little bigger. That really doesn't give you a chance to see the target, does it? Well, it's not attacking. And there we go. Now you can see the target. You got her attacking me. So, you can see that. I've made my primary action bar much bigger. I've decided to leave my griffins on. I have no problems with my griffins. I am fine with the size of these action bars. They really don't need to be bigger. I've considered making this one flat along the top, but I really don't care. I'm actually fine with it where it is. The map is fine. So I'm kind of happy with this. It doesn't bother me. I prefer it more than the first time I copied the link to my clipboard. So I'm going to go ahead and put this UI in the description. But you can see here, you know, you got your raid frames, your party frames. I've made the bubbles bigger for the party frames. The arena and boss frames, you know, your chat, your other chat, you got your quests here, action bars, map, buff, debuff. So if you like that, go ahead and copy it in the description, and you can go ahead and make your UI look just like this, just like my own Demon Hunter. So I hope you all have a good one. Hope I have helped you figure out some things about the UI you may not have known if you're just returning to World of Warcraft and didn't know what was going to be going on with the UI like I didn't until a few days ago. So enjoy, take care, and hope to see you on stream.